I'm Tanya from Moro. We strive to raise a unique generation that is deeply and grounded in the truth and it's totally serious. We want to thank the Culture Fund for sponsoring the Miss Tanya Show. In today's episode, we are going to have knowledge and we'll be discussing about marriage. Especially HDP, we don't have knowledge about marriage. So today I have a special guests. Let them introduce themselves.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. My name is Ruth Mashukusi.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much, Miss Tanya. My name is Reverend Tanya.
Thank
I'm
you.
a reverend and a pastor. I'm a mother and I'm married. I've been married for the past 18 years.
Wow.
And I love it.
Thank you so much, Mama, for coming. So today, we're going to talk about marriage. Because they don't have knowledge about marriage. Because some they say marriage is an achievement, but one will say marriage is not an achievement. So, if we are talking about marriage, what is marriage exactly?
Thank you very much for this opportunity. In my own understanding, when we are talking about marriage, a union between two adult human beings. Marriage consists of a man and a woman very mature enough according to our Zimbabwe Act to above the age of 18 years. So vanhu vaviri vadecide kuti inini nemudiwa wangu tava mature enough kuti tikwanise kuraisa a family. Voenda vonoita negotiations erora, because marriage is not about kungogarisana. It's about two human beings vava mature vobva vadecide kuti isusu tava mature enough to start our own family. Then they bring their families together for manorala negotiations.
Okay, thank you so much. Let us hear from our mother.
Thank you so much, Miss Tanya. I'll answer it in different points of views.
Okay.
Just to add on to what she has said, the legal side says a human being who is above 18, and I would like to clearly specify that according to our culture in Zimbabwe, it's between a man and a woman. And according to the biblical culture, that's where I come from because I'm a pastor, it's between a man and a woman. So marriage is between a man and a woman, first of all. When we look at the initial instance where marriage was built, it was built in the Garden of Eden, where God created Adam and Eve. And then when we read the Bible, it says, for Adam, there was no suitable helpmate. So God created a woman. He created something that was going to come and fill in the gap that Adam had. Adam was a man. He needed a woman. A woman meaning a man with a woman, right? So from that instance, that's when we find the reason for marriage. That's when we find the purpose for marriage. So let me just continue in that vein and say, having it said that it's between a man and a woman, it's also driven by the fact that God is in it. So it's a relationship between a man and a woman where God is the initiator. Okay? When God is not within it, me, I'll quote scriptures, right?
Yes.
It says in the book of Psalm, it says, if the builders build without the Lord, they build in vain. So in marriage, if the marriage goes on without God, it is in vain. So the success of a marriage depends on the context where it is rooted.
Wow.
If it's rooted in God, the marriage will be successful. If it's not rooted in God, then we are bound to find compromises. So what is marriage? Marriage is a covenant relationship where God is at the center or at the core, right? Also, marriage is a place for a man and a woman to find pleasure.
Wow.
Because immediately when Adam woke up, he realized that there's a cute thing by my side, a cute girl who doesn't have what I have.
Okay.
Who doesn't look like what I look like.
Okay.
She is going to be the flesh of my flesh, the bone of my bones. She shall be called a woman because she's taken out of me. So in other ways, marriage is the union of two people, one taken from the other, them complementing each other, enjoying themselves.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mama. I want that we see the definition of marriage. Welcome back to the Miss Tanya show. Tiri panyaya yedu yemarriage. Marriage iri kutonetsa especially kune vechidiki sezvandambotaura kuti we don't have knowledge about marriage. Kozi vamwe vari kuti marriage is an achievement. Vamwe vari kuti marriage is not an achievement. Hamena munozviona sei, is it an achievement or not?
Thank you, Ms. Tanya, for the opportunity to speak. Looking at the issue of marriage, I would strongly say is an achievement. Basically because from the definition that I once heard about an achievement, it's something that you acquire. It's something that is complete. So if we are saying marriage is an achievement, what we are saying it's something that is complete. Because the moment you and your spouse are joined together, Baba a complete person, even biblically, and they become one flesh. So even in my own view, I think marriage is an achievement. Because together with I say achievement, we have so many examples of people very out there, very put the same thing which is achievement. I said that you see the very same people again going at the back, some of them but they're the very people that come to say to the youngsters, it's achievement. It's an achievement. Why then are they having those relations with one? So basing on that information, I think marriage is an achievement.
Okay, just marriage only. Because I think it's not an achievement. It's a way you would maybe someone and marriage abuse some sort of then they will say it's not an achievement. I think Mama was wanna say.
Okay, issue achievement in marriage, we are
okay.
Because when we talk of achievement, she graduated, she won a degree, right? That's an achievement.
Yes.
Whereas when we come to marriage, marriage is also a school. You get in there without you actually get in there with the qualification.
Okay.
Yes, because when you get married, maybe you go through a wedding, right?
Yes.
Or you go to court, you sign your papers, already you are given a certificate. What do we call that when you're given a certificate?
An achievement.
That's why we say okay.
All right.
You have achieved something. You have a certificate in something.
Okay.
But now the difference between achievement and achievement in marriage is the fact that in marriage, when you get into marriage, you have to start practicing after being given a certificate. When you fail and come out, then it's not an achievement.
Okay.
But when you manage to go through it and sail through, it is an achievement.
Okay.
But let's also be careful when we use achievement terminology.
It's very true.
Because who just want to downplay marriage
Yes.
because of their previous experiences.
Very true.
So if someone is bitter about their marriage, maybe vari kurohwa, uyabhulwa umuntu indoda endlini,
Very true.
she's not happy. So when they look at the marriage, then they say it's not an achievement
Okay.
based on their experience.
Very
So
interesting.
if we define life using your experience or my experience, will we be fair? Will we be fair if we define life using experience?
It's not.
What do you think?
Yes, I think it goes back to what you were teaching. It's an achievement because we zvamambotaura kuti vanhu vari kutaura nyaya idzi handiti vane pain. Bitterness is like a pain iri mukati handiti. So they are speaking their truth according to what they've experienced. But then we can't take someone's reality and make it our own reality.
Very
Yes,
true.
which is why we need to look at it both sides. But then inozogera kunyaenda pakakutaura kuti marriage is an achievement. Zvataura namama izvoni kuti kana mumwe imomo musina peace, of course your outlook on marriage is going to be different from someone ari in a peaceful marriage. So inini I think kuti vechidiki ngavatarise both sides of the coin. Ngavatarise both sides of the coin voona kuti what exactly is the truth about marriage, because tikatarisa even kubva kudhara munguva dzanamai vedu chaidzo chaidzo, you can see kuti marriages anga achithrive. Saka if you look at those examples, you are able to come up with a conclusion which no, maybe marriage is not very bad. Maybe it's not that bad. It's not as bad as it is being portrayed by someone and something.
I want to interject and say, okay, if we look at marriage using our lenses, we'll never get it right.
Okay.
Let's use the lenses of the author of marriage.
Okay.
You see, for us to find the right reason, right purpose, right answer for anything, we need to go back to the author. We need to go back to the person who founded the marriage institution.
Yes.
It is God. If God, being a good father, and this loving father that we go to when we're in pain, finds marriage and gives it to us so that we can live in it and we are in jail and we're like, what did I do with my life? It's not an achievement. Then there's something wrong. But God, when He authored marriage so that when we get into it, actually it's for everyone. It's not for a few. So those that are not married, it's your choice.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mama. Let's take a break. Let's come to the next. Welcome back to the Miss Tanya Show. Shitaura nyaya yedu marriage iyi. So I want to ask you kuti, why most of the marriages these days they are failing? Because ndo zvimwe zvinozotaura kavamwe kuti marriage is not achievement, because most of the marriages they are failing. What may be the causes?
All right, thank you, Miss, for the opportunity to speak. I think some of the challenges that young people are facing in marriages, the one I can point out is peer pressure. You find out that mazuva kune trend yemajava. There's also a trend going around yekuti cows came home.
Yes.
And so many people, yes. And you find that that's the drive in most people.
Yes.
Anotororwa, not necessarily because arikuda or arikuda munhu wacho wapropose, but because arikufila kuti why unondi kusarira ine patrend yemajava vekuendi kwenzi kwedu kuba hakuna kuuya mombe and stuff. So iwaye machallenges manje anozomuka wamumarriage now kuti when all the javas and the cows came home is past.
Yes.
Now reality kicks in and now you are supposed to face the reality in marriage now. Wakunozogona kuti hey, patakumana ndakapinda ndofunga ndisati ndava very mature. So some of the challenges are that kuti munhu anopinda because of pressure, anopinda because of what the trends are there at a particular time. but asiri necessarily ready, maybe asina kumature, we can call it maturity. Maturity asina kunatsa kumature, that what exactly is required of a person in marriage.
Okay.
Yes, so some of the time.
Thank you. Let us hear from Mama.
Thank you. My marriages in Mazvano, they are so devastating.
Very true.
And it's so sad to when not in a marriage, nas in the next 2 months, 3 months, 1 year, less than 5 years, they are out.
Very true.
So when I am just thinking and analyzing, and you want to put vanhu vanenge vapinda mumarriage vasina kunzwisisa chinangwa chemarriage.
Yes.
Because ultimately chinangwa chemarriage hachisi chekuti ndinge ndichinzi ndimisisi, no. Uyezve haisi nyaya yekuti wakura iwe chiromo.
Very true.
Because kunana tete nanamai nanani vanopusha especially vasikana kuti wakura iwe chiromo. Even mwana mukomana unongozwa zvichizi saka makoti tunomwana ri unga kumakoti.
Very true. Zviri kunyatsoitika mama mazuva ano vechidiki kunze ukangoona watosvitsa 25 years zvakutoita sokutoti wakura, especially wese ukasvika 30 years. Mama pressure kunze kune watonzi wachembera, unozoita vana vakaremara and so on, sorts of things.
Yeah, all that's pressure. But in that pressure there might be wisdom. Ngatimboipaka iyoyo. Chimwe chinhu chinoita kuti marriages ave devalued is competition. I went with you to school. You are already married. You have 1 kid. You are now driving a car. You are living in a large house, big house, well finished with your husband. And I'm thinking, hey, that's very true. You know, that pressure is not good at all. We must understand that our roads and our paths, they will never be the same. They will never be similar.
Yes.
Chimwe chinoitika ndechekuti vana vasikana, they jump into men. Ona mukomana kaya mukomana uri kunyatso kuzvishandira hake, uri kusimuka, watozvitengesa mwanasikana. They are just looking for nichaza kuchengeta, nachanditira chakati, you know, and out of ignorance munhu watojambira mumarriage. Munhu wacho neyo wamunzwisisa here, wava nguva yekuti mumbofambidzana and you learn his behavior, his character, his background. Mamwe mamarriages anongoti vanhu vari kumabasa watosangana because of sexual desires vatopinda pabonde paya and it's now a marriage. That's not like a marriage. It's just a union via sex, which is not necessarily maybe supposed to lead into marriage. So ndinoona sokuti vanhu vazhinji they get into marriage without being prepared. And young people these days, they hate preparation. They hate process. Process yekuti imbogara pasi, imbodzidzana, imbomira kumanyira marriage. Avatondi vanotoda kuti andatoona munhu wangu regai ndimbopinda marriage, and as long as ndaita sei, as long as ndapinda. I've cancelled a lot of people. Someone said, as long as ndangochata.
Yes.
It's like, but this guy is not, you know, he's not exactly what you think he is. Yes. This is what he is, as long as ndangochata. So that marriage will not last long. It will definitely result in a disaster.
Thank you so much, Mama. Thank you so much. Aiwatanzwa zvakawanda saka ndingada kubvunza kuti kana pari pamarriage pane zvinotariswa here kunzi you should accomplish this, for instance education, maybe your driver's license. Pane zvinotariswa here kuti unofanirwa kuaccomplish izvi usati wapinda marriage. Okay, ndimbomubata mubvunzo wangu. Let us take a break then come. Miss Tanya Show, ndichimbobvunza kwese kuti usati wapinda mumarriage pane zvinotarisirwa here kuti you should accomplish this to both boys and girls, kuti unofanira kuzopinda mumarriage wane basa rako, maybe unofanira kuzopinda mumarriage wane license yako or wane mota yako, munozviona sei? Zvinotariswa here izvozvo?
Thank you, Ms. Tanya, for the opportunity to speak once again. Looking at the question you've just asked me, it's no taxity. A marriage is made up of two mature human beings. That being said, now that you want to get married, looking at both male and female, we expect you to be financially independent.
Yes.
Because when you incorporate someone else or involve someone into your life, you are now financially capable.
Yes.
So we looking also at the females. It's also good to be empowered as a woman. What I mean by empowered is maybe when you're from you can even apply for a job somewhere and be able to stand sometimes on your own.
Yes.
Because looking at marriage, it's a partnership. As much as most of the financial obligations are met by the husband, but you as a woman, you need that independence. I can chip in and help my husband. Maybe with those nitty-gritties in marriage. For instance, you are now a family mama. Maybe the mascot my wife.
Very true.
As a woman and something which you can also say, there's someone who taking about yogurt mascot. And I made my tomatoes appear. I will not did you wear my tomatoes? But when I was going to say, because Mama means but in my mascot. So I strongly support the flexibility as much as my financial obligations are removed me. But the women also have to have some form of empowerment that they can use to better their lives, even their marriages.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Let us hear from Mama.
Thank you so much, Ms. Tanya. As I always say, I'll go back to the author, the source of marriage. That's where we can actually draw the expectations of what is looked for or looked at when someone is getting into marriage. For ladies, I'll quote a scripture from the book of Proverbs. I'll quote two scriptures. The first one says, "He who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord." So it says, "He who finds a wife." Doesn't say he who finds a girlfriend. Or he who finds a side chick.
Yes.
He who finds a small house. He who finds a wife.
Okay.
So it means when you are a wife, you are in a certain, when you have gotten to a stage of being a wife, you are in a category, yekuroreka, and you are in a category, yekurorwa. So let's look at the qualifications of a wife. So I'm saying, you're not married,
Yes.
but you have gotten to that, you have gotten yourself to that category. It's possible.
Okay.
That you don't stay young, don't stay like wanting things from somewhere. You can grow yourself, develop yourself to being a wife material.
Okay.
So let's look at the qualities of a wife. Quality number one, we have a woman in the book of Proverbs 31. That woman in the book of Proverbs 31 is a wife material.
Wow.
Why am I saying so? Number one, she is beautiful.
Okay.
Right? She's beautiful inside and she is fair to look at when you look at what Proverbs 31 says.
Okay.
Beautiful inside. Kuva mukadzi kuva nemoyo wakanaka, moyo murefu, moyo wekuti wakuchigona accommodate another person who is not from your mother's womb, who has lived all their life, and they are ready to accommodate that person.
Okay.
It's a virtue to have that kind of a characteristic within you. It's not easy. But it's not because you're like, After all, asi mwana wamai vangu, So that's quality number 1.
Wow.
Quality number 2, she wakes up early in the morning. Anomuka achinoshanda. Achina kuzounza neboutique kana kuti anoshanda kugovernment. No. Tangoudza kuti anomuka makuseni. Saka equality of a wife. Mukadzi anogona kumuka makuseni. Anorara kusvikira zuva rovira. Mukadzi anogona kumuka makuseni. Achinoshanda. Handiti. Achinoshanda kuitira kuti mhuri iwane chikafu. Mhuri iwane covering. Mukadzi ari reasonable. Noziva kuti kune vamwe vasikana so. If you are a guy and you are listening to me right now, please don't usarora musikana akadaro. Musikana wekuti give me. That one, she will get into marriage and she will take and take. After she has taken and finished you, she will leave you and go for another.
Yes.
So we should be careful there for such kind of women or young girls. Wanna give me kind of a woman. Ashandi. Anoda kushandirwa. Haadi kuti iye aende madhaka, unobata dhaka, woita garden. Anoda kuti iye umuvigire. Imagine a woman who is always aware and conscious kuti nhasi iterific Tuesday, saka tonotenga pizza. Nhasi iwaki Wednesday, saka tonotenga mabhega 2. And mari iri kubuda haisi kubuda muhomwe make. So women must be independent if they are going to be good wives. Flip side, a guy, look at Adam. A guy must have a garden. Mukomana ngave nepaanoshanda. Because Adam akapiwa Eve for him to take care of Eve. Eve azvichengeta. Kaona uchita mukadzi anozvichengeta. Something is wrong with you as a guy. So mukomana ngave nepaanoshanda. Number 2, mukomana ngave mukomana wekuti unokwanisa kuchengeta munhu ari kuroora. Chetatu, mukomana ngave kuna baba namai, because a man shall leave his father and mother. Kana achiri kugara pamba pamai vake, achivata pamubhedha wepamba, achidya sadza ramai vake, aiwa ngambomira zvekuroora. Unokuroora uisa paai. Pamba pamai vake, ando panonomutsa maconflicts anoita kuti marriages afe. So these are the things that are real. Both of them have to be empowered because we both have to contribute 100%.
Aiwa tinotenda mama nemashoko enyu ane udzamu. Thank you so much for coming to the show. Nokuda kwenguva yedu aiwa regai tichigumira pano. Thank you so much for coming, Mama. Thank you so much,
Miss Tanya. It was a pleasure.
Thank you. We strive to raise a unique generation that is distributed and grounded in the truth and editorial serious. We want to thank the Culture Fund of Zimbabwe Trust for sponsoring the Miss Tanya show. See you next time. Bye for now.